What up, everybody? Um, guess I just wanted to make a quick video giving you guys an update on things that are going on in my life. I know that a lot of the channel is like our whole family and stuff, but just felt like doing this, so I'm gonna roll with it. I guess I just wanted to not necessarily get some things off my chest, but I guess I'll just start with saying a lot of the reason that I started doing YouTube videos, and even now if you follow my Instagram, was strictly just to put myself out there more. I know you read about people who are great or people who do great things, and often they constantly put themselves in situations where they are uncomfortable in order for growth. So for me, if you know me, if you're in my inner circle, whatever, I'm pretty rowdy, loud, rambunctious, but if I'm in a group of people, I'm kind of reserved and I don't really put myself out there much. And so I guess I always have had this complex of like, who am I really? Am I that person, or am I that person? And so I guess I just, doing this, it put myself out there because it let more of you guys, made me be more transparent, put myself out there more, and so a lot of you got to know me on a deeper level, I guess, or see who I really am. So that's, doing that is just kind of, in general, like hard, I guess, because make myself vulnerable. And then on my Instagram, so I started posting a lot of, I'm going after like the trainer life, and I'm trying to like honestly be a great trainer. I want to train high level players and work on skill development and things like that. And so I started to post a lot of videos, and at first it was kind of uncomfortable for myself to do that because I don't know, I just felt like, one, people in high school, like, I don't know, I wasn't like the greatest player, or in general, just people that have been throughout my life being like, who does Trevor think he is, thinking that he can post these kinds of things, or who does he think he is, thinking he can help people in this area. And so that was a insecurity of mine. And then also just like feeling the thing of like showing off, like maybe people will get that vibe from me, that I'm like trying to brag about how good I am at basketball or whatever, which was not the case. Strictly, I was just trying to, I guess it was just me trying to put myself out there more. If it works out, great. If it doesn't, it's a learning experience. If you just watched like the Holloway Poirier UFC fight, you win or you learn, and that's just like life. You put yourself out there, you might win, and if you don't, that's okay, because you will have a great learning experience. And then on top of that, one of the things that I have learned in like my research of like how to become a good YouTuber, or that's where I specifically learned this, but they just talk about consistency. Whether you're good or not good, just consistently put out videos, and eventually it'll refine you and you'll be better. And I think that's just a life principle. Just consistency. Don't think about down the line, don't think about in the past, just think about the day's work, do a little bit today, and then tomorrow do a little bit tomorrow, then the next day do a little bit that day, pick up momentum, and then eventually all of those days you'll just subconsciously start to improve, subconsciously start to desire more, but it just has to start with consistency. You just have to go out and you have to do it. So that's why I wanted to start YouTube, start Instagram, because I wanted to put myself out there more, so that it would force me out of my comfort zone and force me to grow. But in doing that and making videos and being in front of a camera, lots of times, like for me anyways, like when you're put in front of a camera, sometimes you like force being something that you're not necessarily. Like maybe try to not convince, but maybe try to act like you're cooler than you are, or try to like impersonate the other YouTubers that you like, that you watch. And so sometimes you just get lost in the sauce. And so my new goal, on top of like the previous other goals, because I feel like I'm pretty good at putting myself out there more, I'm comfortable with it, and it honestly, like, it's made my life more enjoyable. I love I love the adrenaline rush of being uncomfortable. I'm starting to love that. Like I've told multiple people in the last few days, I kind of envy like a stand-up comedian because they probably feel this amazing adrenaline rush like every show that they're in. Constantly, you're put in a situation and you either go for it or you uh, like don't do anything because you're nervous. And so attacking those situations, just letting your guard down, letting your anxieties go, and just go for it. Sometimes, I don't think you ever lose in those situations because whether it's received well or not, you just made like leaps and bounds, steps towards self improvement, and that's really what I'm like super about is just constantly finding ways to refine myself and make myself better. And so my new goal when I video is just be myself. Sometimes I feel like I act too bubbly, sometimes I feel like I try too hard, and so I don't really want to try that hard. I just want to be Trevor and be myself, and you guys can like me or not like me, but which is okay. Like I'm not unaware of the fact that sometimes people are just not, you just don't attract to certain people, and that's okay. But um, that's just my new goal, to try to be more authentic myself. So with all that being said, pretty big life change recently. So a lot of you don't know this. Not even my parents know this. Just a few people know this. So for the last 2.5 years, I worked at a youth rehab in Kahuku, where I live. A residential treatment center for teenagers who have had drug issues. And about a week and a half ago was my last day of work there. Um, I think at the beginning of the year, I just started to feel like I was plateauing at the job. Um, it's interesting how life is like that. Like all of the sudden, you'll be good for the longest time. You're trucking away, and then all of a sudden, you just start to have feelings of, okay, it's time. I feel like I'm getting stagnant, and I need a new challenge. And so I decided to, for other reasons as well, but I won't speak about those. But I decided to put in my 2 weeks, and I left the 9th was my last day. A lot of people are like, "Oh, where are you going? What are you leaving to?" And I don't have anything that I'm leaving to. It was just time, and I just decided to leave. But with that being said as well, like if you know me, I'm constantly it's been a work in progress, but side hustles is the popular term these days for I guess entrepreneurial endeavors, and so I have a lot of those. I'm really trying to push my personal training, developmental training, basketball, push into that scene, trying to study, learn. I'm trying to drop clothing. If you guys know about that, I continually, it's going slow, and I continually try things and learn. And um, recently I started to try to make stickers and things like that and sell those to the community. But I just think the principle of having the mindset of seeking, always searching and seeing opportunities, you just kind of have to have an opportunistic mindset, and then constantly just trying to find an avenue to find financial success. And I think in general, as I've really worked on the principle of being a hard worker, and then with the opportunistic mindset, I think in general, I will land upon a path that I'll be successful at. I think potentially with this path, it's less safe, but I'm willing to grind a little extra longer and harder as long as I get to kind of be in control and I'm the one dictating what's going on. I had a thought, but I can't remember what it was. So, yeah, another new announcement. So a few months ago, it's interesting how life just kind of like things just happen. I just had the thought to reach out to one of my old coaches at the community college where I played basketball. The head coach when I was there, I think, is now the athletic director of the school, and the assistant coach when I was there is the head coach. So I emailed him and just asked if he needed help on his staff next season, and he emailed back and said that he is actually looking for an assistant, and so this fall we plan on moving to Moses Lake, Washington. It's about 2.5 hours east of Seattle where my parents live, and I'm gonna work on the staff, and I'm really excited about the opportunity. I really like living in Hawaii, and so I hope that after the season we can come back here and then see what happens after that. But you never know what opportunities will arise when you leave. You know, people plan to go somewhere for 2 years, and then they, for whatever reason, stay there for the next 30, and so I'm not unaware of that as well. But I'm really excited for the opportunity to take a lot of what I've been learning with personal development and skills training and things, and work with higher level players and try to improve their individual games, and also just gain experiences and learn from coaches who know what they're doing more than I do. And so I think it's just a really good opportunity for me, and I think for us in general, just to move and to have an experience where we're on our own. And so I think all around it's just a good experience. And yeah, just wanted to get on here. I may be boring, I guess, just by chit-chatting, but just trying to be more authentic me and give you guys an update on what's going on. I want to make more videos, but I don't want to be like fall into the cliche or just start being something I'm not and trying to just force feed videos and things like that. I want to be authentic. That's something I've always wanted to be. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. If you're into it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys sometime soon. Alright, peace.